Hey guys, let's do a quick shave this morning. So I've got my feather AS-D2 and it's got a feather blade already loaded in, brand new razor blade. I'm using the 1305 from Semogue. It's a Boar brush. It's been used about 16 times or so. It hasn't had a super long soak, just a few minutes so far. Feather blade cover. And I've got a feather that I've got about 42 uses on, but I didn't want to try it as a new first blade in this razor because if I have problems, I don't know if it's the age of the blade or the mildness of this razor. So that's why I picked a new one. The Latha line from Barrister and Mann used to be the soap that was so commonly used to point new guys to the hobby. A few years ago. Well, but Barrister and Mann kind of quit that line, decided to do that, but I still have a few around, and I can't remember if I've ever tried Petit Chypre. And as you can see, it's got some petitgrain, which is a citrus type scent. It's based off the bitter orange tree or bush, and some oak moss and some labdanum. It has been used before already. It's still already right now. It's kind of getting the scent all over the area, so I don't think scent weakness is going to be a problem with this guy. A little water on my face. Shake most of the water out. Maybe it's been a while since this has been used. Let's try a 45-second load. There we go. It might be overkill. Let's see. It's kind of a very green scent. Maybe pick up a little bit of the bitteriness of the orange, but it's not an overtly orange type scent. But this line of Latha products produced a very good performing soap for low cost. So that's why it was so popular to refer beginners to it. So this 1305 Boar is, I think, premium grade bristles, very similar to the 830. The handle here is wooden, but it's painted. The 830 has a acrylic or plastic handle. It's prettier. I mean, it's pretty, but it's a little short. My fingers get all messy when I use that in a bowl.
0910.
So this is definitely a discontinued product. You can probably still occasionally find it on the used market. So this video may be more about posterity. I have used some of the Latha products before. Tried the sandalwood, but it wasn't my kind of sandalwood. I have the Oceana as well. Yeah, the scent isn't really masculine or feminine. Just kind of green, maybe a touch of bitter citrus. I don't know what labdanum smells like. And I think the mossy note is really good. I probably wouldn't like it if it wasn't for that playing around in there too. Oh, that's slick. That is nice. Wow. I think this might be the last bit of water I had, and it looks like 3 teaspoons. It's a nice soft Boar brush. I mean, it stirs up any lather you want, but very comfortable on the face. Broke in pretty quickly. I was soaking them for about an hour or 2 before each use. This is part of the 7 Boar brush series that I was kind of raising up together, and they're all at about 16 or 17 uses right now. And all the Semogues broke in with that amount of soaking right before each shave in a matter of a few days. The water on my face. It's chilly water. We're getting into October now. Definitely like this Boar. I don't think I'd mind if it was the last brush I ever had, you know, because of some weird disaster. This is a thick lather. We'll see if it's too thick. Giving it a little time to soak into my face. A massagey feel, as well as these soft tips. And it's going to get even better as the tips keep splitting and all that. Lots of nice voluminous lather here. So that 45 seconds was probably overkill. Well, I think I've given the lather enough time on my face here. Wow, this is smooth. This razor was made for this blade. It is like silk. Just, I mean, I can feel that the hair is being cut, but holy moly. Well, so far this is like night and day as far as the best blade to use in this razor. Nothing else comes close. Holy cow. Well, I was thinking about getting rid of this razor, but with this blade in it, with a fresh feather in it, it might have to stay. All right, now let's throw on pass number 2. There's a little bit of pungency to the smell here, but it's not annoying at all. Kind of refreshing, a little on the zesty side. And had excellent glide. Moving across my face with the razor was effortless and smooth. So that'll be interesting. I've got a bunch of blades. I wonder if there are some others that are similar enough to the feather where maybe they would feel like this. No tugging at all, just nice cutting action.
0920.
Barely perceptible. Got a little phone alarm there to remind me what time it is in the morning hours, and helps me to do stuff. All right, third pass. Excellent soap. I mean, inexpensive it was back then, and but not because it was low quality, that's for sure. Just kind of simple scents, but it ended up not to be the way Will wanted to go at Barrister and Mann. He didn't want to spend his energies making, you know, that kind of soap. Prioritize the kind of the higher end stuff. And there are other ones. I mean, there's some good soaps out there that are inexpensive and good quality. But it was definitely a kind of a hole in the market when this soap went away. A lot of comments online. Had to change with, hey, I'm a new guy, what soap should I go with? The answer to that question changed. And even it's so sharp and cutting so well that going this direction in my trouble spot here is a piece of cake. No catching on hairs or anything like that. Just cutting its way through, top notch. If you like light scents, I don't, but you might, then go over to grumatorium.com and look for their Stubble Buster line, or just search Stubble Buster shaving soap on Google. I'm sure you'll get there. They're patterning their stuff after popular colognes and popular scents and fragrances, and the performance is excellent and the price is really good. As I suspected, after that rinse, I checked out my trouble spot. No problem at all. just a close cut, just the tips, the little point of the tips of the hairs are showing. Wow. So this guy is a potent weapon when you put a feather blade in it, at least for me. Now other people with more sensitive skin maybe might start to see better results on other blades that I've already tried. But for me at least, and I don't have tough skin, I think I have mid-range skin. Wow, this was just a terrific, enjoyable shave. Very comfortable. You only felt kind of the right things. You didn't feel nothing. Who wants to feel nothing as you slide your razor around, right? You just felt an easy cutting action, no tugging at all. Just a superlative experience. And so 3 teaspoons was what we used of the water. Lots of lather left over, enough for 2 or 3 passes. So I think the 30-second load would work well with this soap. And the 1305 was a delight to use. Put another use on it, watching it grow up. Tips, some more tips still need to split. It has opened up to a nice bloom, but I'm looking for even more tips to split. But even now, a nice massagey feel. It's an excellent brush. Unless you are the kind of person who likes, you might not like it if you really want a stiff brush, then this may not be the one for you, as well as probably most of the Semogues. I think they're all just not in that category. If you need a stiff brush, then it's not for you. For post-shave, I often like to turn to the Nivea post-shave balm. This is the original. I don't really see it in the stores as much anymore. I see one called Maximum Hydration, and maybe it's just a relabel of this one. I don't know. But an interesting thing about this one, it's one of the very few balms that actually has alcohol in it. Does it even have a list of ingredients there? I'm having to read everything backwards. No, I don't reckon it does. But it actually has, and so you'll get a little bit of stinging. You know what? I haven't used it in so long. Let me kind of shake it up a little bit. You'll get a little bit of a stinging sensation, and sometimes guys like that because it helps them to. It can help to heal the kill germs. Also, kind of let you know how your shave went. If it was a good one, then you might not get any stinging or very little. But then it's also got the nourishing properties of a balm. So it's so I like it.
0930.
Plus it has a nice scent. Nice kind of generic manly scent. And I used a sensitive version of this until it died, and that was 120 uses approximately. And I also brought it in because the Latha is a budget soap, or at least was. And this is definitely a budget balm because you can get it at just about any of the big box stores, Target, Walmart, all that, even on Amazon. And typically it's $5 or $6 each. So it's very attainable, reachable. And unless you have super dry skin, it's not powerful enough. It's not hydrating enough to, from what I hear from some other sensitive skin folks, dry skin folks, that it's not strong enough for them. But for me, with average skin and most guys, I think it's plenty good. So this is what this guy looks like after you strop it on a towel after a shave. And this is a dyed band of color there to make it kind of look like a 3-band knot. I don't know, maybe Semogue does it for people to be able to tell the certain brushes apart, you know, because so many of them look the same, and they use a very common handle design, although the painted one is pretty unique to the 1305. But and you can see obviously we've got some little outliers here starting to splay pretty wide, but that's the 1305. That balm must share some common notes with that soap because it's meshing really well. Nice seamless transition in scents there. I'd say 4 out of 5. was the scent strength on this soap. It was not obnoxious at all, just a pleasant, very nice scent. As I described it, green, a little bit of the mossiness was giving richness to the green notes, and I guess that's the petitgrain. It's made from the extract, some kind of extract of the bitter orange tree, and then the labdanum. I didn't really get anything from a quick search of that was made from this tree, or it smells like this. It was kind of very chemically and stuff, and so maybe it's adding some kind of a base scent to that. So what did it say? Rock rose was another synonym for labdanum, and so maybe that's a bit of a floral component, but I think it also had kind of a woody resinous component as well. And all these three are matching really well together, and obviously that's why he put them together in a soap. And I think the Chypre genre of soaps can be kind of defined a little bit like these guys as well. So I don't exactly remember the main notes there, the main aspects that make something a Chypre. There are fougères. There's a genre called fougère and Chypre, and I think I used to get them confused, but fougère is like a floral top note, maybe geranium sometimes, with a woody bottom note. And the Chypre may be kind of similar, but it's not the same. Anyway, excellent shave, just tremendous. Now, it's a very interesting scent. I enjoy it, but I've got so many soaps. I've got to make some decisions. I've got to get rid of some good soaps, because I'm never going to get around to using all of them. So but this one, I don't have a lot in this category, so I may have to keep it around. Performance-wise, it's excellent, but good shave. So if there was something here for you, this is Sugar Daddy Shaves. You take care.